Which are the countries in Africa with the highest and strongest currencies?
There are very many countries, but I can give you only 10 best countries with the highest and strongest currencies in Africa. But remember, the US dollar still remains the global benchmark while ranking currencies. And therefore, ranking a strongest currency in Africa is based on the currency's strength against the US dollar or purchasing power.
Number 10.
Number 10 is the Egyptian pound. One US dollar equals to 30.9 Egyptian pounds. The Egyptian pound's unofficial use in the Gaza Strip and Sudan solidifies the currency as one of the strongest currencies in Africa. And during the COVID 2020 lockdown, Egypt had to reduce the interest rates in order to stabilize the currency. However, Egypt has one of the highest interest rates in the world, which has aided sale of treasuries, protection of currency, but discouraged borrowing. Egyptian pound is one of the strongest currencies in Africa because it has the second highest nominal gross domestic product in the continent, only after Nigeria, making the Egyptian pound the 10th best, highest and strongest currency in Africa.
Number 9.
Wait, before we go to number 9, this to let you know that those in Uganda at the Forest Resort Lweza Entebbe, Uganda, this Friday there will be live band, barbed wire band, Country Boy featuring Eddie Away. Go and have fun.
Number 9.
Number 9 is the Zambian kwacha. One US dollar equals to 20.56 Zambian kwacha. The Zambian kwacha is usually not traded by currency speculators because of its susceptibility to inflation and instability over time. Zambia is Africa's biggest producer of copper, though their currency is prone to erratism based on fluctuation on commodity prices in the global copper market. The Zambian kwacha's difficult to control inflation rate has contributed to the plight of many Zambians, but that has not stopped the kwacha to be one of the most valuable currencies in Africa, and therefore making the kwacha the 9th highest and valuable currency in Africa.
Number 8.
Number 8 is the South African rand. One US dollar equals to 19.27 South African rand. But remember, the Namibian dollar and the Lesotho loti are both stronger than the Egyptian pound and the Zambian kwacha. However, both two currencies have been pegged to the South African rand only to strengthen the rand as one of the most valuable currencies in Africa. Since it is the most traded legal tender in Africa and 20th globally, the South African rand is related to the price of gold, making the South African rand the 8th highest and most valuable currency in Africa.
Number 7.
Number 7 is the Eritrean nakfa. One US dollar equals to 15 Eritrean nakfa. The nakfa has experienced stability over the years because of Eritrean government's preference into fixed exchange rate versus the floating currency, making the Eritrean nakfa the 7th highest and most valuable currency in Africa.
Number 6.
Number 6 is the Botswana pula. The Botswana pula is the strongest currency in the Southern Africa because of their robust economy and stable democracy. One US dollar equals to 13.71 Botswana pulas. It is also an appealing currency because it is traded on Africa's biggest stock exchange market, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, making the Botswana pula the 6th highest and valuable currency in Africa.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Seychellois rupee from Seychelles. One US dollar equals to 12.86 Seychellois rupees. That currency is the strongest currency in East Africa because of their market economy, foreign investment, blooming agriculture, fisheries, and small-scale industries, which has contributed to the stable economy in Seychelles. This has contributed to the diversification of the gross domestic product in Seychelles and the largest GDP per capita in Africa. Remember, Seychelles is a small country with an independent monetary policy, making the Seychellois from Seychelles the 5th highest and strongest currency in Africa.
Number 4.
Number 4 is the Ghanaian cedi. One US dollar equals to 11.39 cedi. Remember, the Ghanaian cedi is the most valuable currency both in West Africa and the Sub-Saharan Africa, and it is the best performing currency against the dollar in the world. In 2020, Ghana's government expenditure initiatives and employment development helped to strengthen the cedi. And also the Ghanaian cedi is most valuable because Ghana has the highest GDP per capita in West Africa, making the cedi the fourth highest and most valuable currency in Africa.
Number three
is the Moroccan dirham. $1 equals to 10.22 Moroccan dirhams. The Moroccan dirham cannot be traded outside the nation, and it is virtually immune to bank-influenced price swings. In Western Sahara, the Moroccan dirham remains a de facto medium of exchange. Though it is not regulated, its export is prohibited by law, making the Moroccan dirham the third most valuable and highest currency in Africa. Number two is Libyan dinar. $1 equals to 4.84 Libyan dinar. Many factors are contributing to the decline of Libyan dinar, though it is one of the strongest currencies in Africa. And these negative factors are war and reduction in oil prices, since you know that Libya majorly depends on oil as source of foreign exchange. Though this still makes Libyan dinar remain as the second highest and valuable currency in Africa.
Number one.
The best currency in Africa is the Tunisian dinar. $1 equals to 3.12 Tunisian dinar. The Tunisian dinar is the most valuable currency in Africa because of their low inflation rate. Also, the government of Tunisia came up with a policy that it was illegal to export, import or convert Tunisian dinar into other currencies, making the Tunisian dinar the most valuable, highest and strongest currency in Africa.